Okay, we've got no Lions football this week, so why not, huh? Let's do a little Lions hat business today. Got the Lions hat on in honor of the bye week, a little old school Lions hat. Hey, if there was Lions football, it'd be no Lions hat. No Lions football? Lions hat. There you go. That's how it works. That doesn't mean we have no football, and welcome into the Parker and the Man page at yournews.com. Mark Wilson with the webcam and the Lions hat today. It's a little itchy. It's an old school. It's an old, not just old school, it's old. But I thought we'd take a time here, a little pause in the NFL season, since there's this little break for the Lions, and discuss a little Lingerie Football League. I wrote something about a month and a half ago, chronicling the start of this Lingerie Football League, and I had a chance to talk to the CEO, Mitch Mortaza, out of Los Angeles, California, to give you the most current information about lingerie football. Yes, the ladies wear bras and boy shorts, but they also are padded up, and they have helmets, and they play real football, and they tackle and get hurt and stuff like that. And Mitchell Mortaza was kind enough to kind of take me through it. Now, I went to the website because I had to check them out to see what was going on. They're on pay-per-view. You can watch them on Friday Night Football. They have this thing. And remember, it started with the Lingerie Bowl and the Super Bowl halftime, and it's now graduated to a 10-team league with names like the Los Angeles Temptation, the San Diego Seduction, the Seattle Mist, the Chicago Bliss, the Miami Caliente. Very fun names. No Detroit team. And I asked Mitchell Mortaza about that, and he told me the economy. Yeah, he threw up the economy flag. And he said there's no plans to have a team in Detroit in the near future, although they are going to expand from 10 to 20 in the next couple of years. So check that out. Good time for it with the bye week, the Lingerie Football League. Everything you wanted to know. And if you want to check the website yourself, be my guest. I'm just working hard for you here. I'm just keeping track of things. Big college football games. East Lansing, of course, Saturday night. National TV, the Musco Lights come out for Michigan State and Iowa. The Spartans with a win, first place. Michigan's playing Penn State earlier in the day. At the big home at La Casa Grande, and Rich Rodriguez will be a nice little feather in his non-Lions hat. He'll have his Michigan hat on. With a win over Joe Paterno in Penn State, bowl eligible pretty much. Could be, nice bowl game coming up, with a win or two more. So lots going on. Fortunes of the Big Ten can change big time this weekend with those two games alone. Michigan State and Iowa at night in East Lansing, and Michigan and Penn State. Spartans have always played pretty well at night at Spartan Stadium. A little bit on Bill Martin leaving the University of Michigan as athletic director. What's his legacy? We know it's all about facilities for him. He upgraded everything there, it seems. But what about coaching hirings? Between Tommy Amaker and Cheryl Burnett, basketball-wise, before he hired John Beilein. Ken Horseth has been very good on the women's basketball side. And now, of course, Rich Rodriguez, with the whole Les Miles thing and what happened there. See how that takes place. Now, Bill Martin, the problem with Bill Martin in a way is that we didn't see him enough. He wasn't real accessible, and I thought he should be out in the public more, but that's because I compare him to the great late Don Canham, and I was a big fan of Canham's. I had a lot of affinity for Don Canham, knew him well, and no one could be Don Canham. By the way, 40 years ago, so when Canham hired Bo Schembechler, it was 1969, right? And no one knew Bo out of Miami of Ohio. So check that out, too. The Magic Isaiah feud. Maybe you heard about the new book by Jackie McMullen. I'm going to write a separate piece on that, tell you more about what happened in that early 90s period. I was around a little bit. But suffice it to say right now, and I write this, that the Magic Isaiah feud is fueled by some big, giant egos. Okay, I'll get that out. Big, giant egos there between Irvin Johnson and Isaiah Thomas. Wings lose to start the Western trip to the Phoenix Coyotes. Coyotes off to a great start under Dave Tippett, their new coach. Wayne Gretzky out. Wings lose 3-2 in overtime. They're now 3-3-2 as they start this Western swing. And the late, great Soupy Sales passes away. We call him Detroit's very own. He didn't grow up here. He wasn't from here. But he really started his big television career in Detroit back in the late 50s. And he's always kind of been a Detroiter. Last time I saw him was about 11, 12 years ago in the halls of Fox 2. Soupy was around quite a bit. And he's passed away, a true television pioneer. You can read about that also at the age of 83 in the Bronx. So Soupy, gone, but not certainly forgotten anytime soon. And no, I'm not going to do a power in the face thing. No one's going to come up and eat a pie like Soupy used to do, because it would ruin the hat. And I wouldn't want to do that. So check all that out, the Lingerie Football League. msu-iowa, Michigan, Penn State. Bill Martin leaving as AD at Michigan. Magic Isaiah feud just a little bit right now, a little more later. Wings lose to start the Western swing, and Soupy Sales passes away at the age of 83 in the Bronx. Soupy, we're going to miss you. Happy navigating, everybody.